The rain started sometime during the afternoon, while you were still at work. You didn't notice it at first, just the gradual darkening of the sky outside the windows, the way the light changed from bright to soft to grey. By the time you gathered your things to leave, the rain was steady and quiet, falling in straight lines from a low sky. You drive home through wet streets that reflect the taillights of other cars. The windshield wipers move back and forth at a gentle rhythm, clearing the glass in smooth arcs. The sound they make is soft and regular. The rain itself makes almost no sound as it falls on the roof of the car, just a faint whisper, like something far away. The streets are familiar. You've driven this route so many times that your hands know when to turn the wheel, when to slow down. The buildings you pass are the same ones you see every day, but tonight they look different in the rain. Their windows glow warmly. The street lights have halos of mist around them. When you pull into your driveway, you sit for a moment before turning off the engine. The rain continues its quiet rhythm on the windshield. You can see your front door from here, and the small light beside it that you left on this morning. The light looks warm and steady through the rain. You gather your bag, your keys. When you open the car door, the smell of rain reaches you, clean and cool, with a hint of wet pavement and grass. You walk to your door, feeling the raindrops land softly on your shoulders, in your hair. They're cool but not cold. By the time you reach the door and step inside, your jacket has darkened slightly with moisture. Inside, you close the door behind you and the sound of the rain becomes muffled, gentler. You can still hear it, but now it's filtered through walls and windows, a soft backdrop to the quiet of your home. You set down your bag. You slip off your shoes and leave them by the door. The air inside is still and calm. It's warmer here than outside, but not too warm, just enough that you can feel the difference. You move through the familiar space, not hurrying. Your feet are quiet on the floor. You walk to the kitchen and fill a glass with water from the tap. The water is cool and clear. You drink it slowly, feeling it in your throat. Through the kitchen window, you can see the rain falling in your backyard, darkening the wooden fence, making the grass look deeper green even in the dimming light. The day has been long, and you can feel it in your shoulders, in the small ache behind your eyes. But you're home now, and there's nowhere else you need to be. The evening stretches out before you, quiet and yours. You move to the living room and turn on a single lamp in the corner. It casts a soft, amber glow that doesn't reach all the way to the walls, leaving the edges of the room in gentle shadow. The light is warm and low, nothing harsh or bright. You lower yourself onto the couch, feeling the cushions receive your weight. For a moment, you simply sit, your hands resting in your lap. The rain continues outside. You can hear it more clearly now, a soft patter against the windows, a faint drumming on the roof above you. It's the kind of rain that sounds like it might last all night, steady and patient. The couch is comfortable. You've sat here hundreds of times, and it knows the shape of you. You lean back, letting your spine settle against the cushions. Your shoulders drop slightly. The tension you've been carrying since morning begins to loosen, just a little. Through the window, you can see the rain streaking down the glass. Each drop catches the dim light from the street lamp outside, glinting for a moment before sliding down and disappearing. The glass is cool to look at, covered in these small rivers of water that merge and separate and merge again. The room around you is still. There's a book on the side table that you've been reading, its bookmark holding your place somewhere in the middle. There's a blanket draped over the arm of the couch, soft and worn from use. These familiar things surround you quietly. You close your eyes for a moment, just listening. The rain has its own rhythm, not quite steady but not random either. It rises and falls in gentle waves, sometimes heavier, sometimes lighter, but always there. Beneath it, You can hear the small sounds of your house, the faint hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen, the settling of walls and floors, the ordinary music of a home at rest. When you open your eyes again, the room looks the same, peaceful in its amber light. The shadows in the corners are soft, not dark. Everything is where it should be. You think about making tea, or perhaps something warm to eat, but there's no hurry. The evening is still young, and the rain shows no sign of stopping. You have time. You have this quiet space, this warm room, this moment of simple rest after a long day of doing and being and moving through the world. Your breathing has slowed without you noticing. It matches the rhythm of the rain, or perhaps the rain matches it, in and out, steady and calm, like waves lapping at a distant shore. The lamplight glows quietly in its corner. The rain falls softly on the roof. You are here, and you are home, and there is nothing else you need to do right now. You're sitting on your couch, settled into the cushions, listening to the rain. It's been falling steadily since you arrived home, that same patient rhythm against the windows and the roof. The lamp in the corner fills the room with its amber glow, soft and undemanding. Your shoulders have dropped. Your breathing has found its own gentle pace. After a while, you rise from the couch. Your body moves slowly, without urgency. You walk to the window and stand there, looking out at the rain-soaked evening. The street is quiet. A car passes occasionally, its headlights sweeping across the wet pavement, but mostly the street is empty and still. The rain blurs everything slightly, softening the edges of the world. The houses across the way have their lights on, small golden squares in the grey evening. You can see the rain falling through the glow of the street lamp, each drop visible for just a moment as it passes through the light, then disappearing into the darkness below. The window pane is cool when you rest your fingertips against it. You can feel the faint vibration of the rain hitting the glass, a gentle tremor that travels through the surface. Outside, the trees in the front yard sway slightly in the breeze, their leaves heavy with water, dripping steadily even between the raindrops. You stand there for a time, not thinking about anything in particular, just watching the rain. There's something peaceful about it, the way it falls without effort, without trying to be anything other than what it is. It darkens the sidewalks and the street. It pools in the small depression near the curb, creating a mirror that reflects the clouded sky. Eventually, you move away from the window and walk toward the kitchen. Your footsteps are soft on the floor, barely audible beneath the sound of the rain. The kitchen is darker than the living room. You haven't turned on a light in here yet, but there's enough light coming from the living room lamp, and from the window, that you can see perfectly well. You decide to make tea. The kettle is on the stove, a simple metal one that you fill with fresh water from the tap. The water streams into the kettle with a light, musical sound. When it's full enough, you place it on the burner and turn the dial. The small click of the ignition, then the soft whoosh as the flame catches. While the water heats, you take a mug from the cabinet. It's one you've had for years, smooth and familiar in your hand. You place a tea bag inside, something herbal, something without caffeine, something gentle. The tag hangs over the edge of the mug, the string draped along the side. The kitchen is quiet except for the rain and the barely audible whisper of the flame beneath the kettle. You lean against the counter, your hands resting on the cool surface. Through the window above the sink, you can see your backyard, though it's darker now than it was when you first arrived home. The fence is barely visible, just a darker line against the dark. The rain falls steadily, endlessly, on the grass, on the small patio, on everything. You notice the way the rain sounds different here in the kitchen, sharper somehow, more immediate. Perhaps it's the way the window faces, or the absence of curtains to muffle the sound. Each drop on the window pane makes its own small tap before sliding down the glass. The kettle begins to warm. You can't hear anything yet, but you can see the first wisps of steam starting to curl from the spout, thin and pale in the dim light. You watch them rise and dissipate. The steam grows thicker, moving in slow spirals upward. Then comes the sound, the first quiet rumble from inside the kettle, the water beginning to move, to heat, to wake up. It's a gentle sound at first, almost like a distant murmur. It grows gradually louder, not rushing, just building in its own time. When the kettle finally whistles, a soft, breathy sound. You turn off the flame and the whistle dies away. You pour the hot water into your mug, watching it bloom around the tea bag, turning from clear to pale gold almost immediately. The steam rises from the mug, warm and fragrant. You can smell the tea now, chamomile, or maybe lavender, something soothing and familiar. You carry the mug carefully back to the living room, feeling its warmth through the ceramic. The heat is pleasant against your palms. You return to the couch, to your place among the cushions, and set the mug on the side table to cool for a moment. The rain continues its conversation with the roof, with the windows, with the world outside. It hasn't changed its rhythm, hasn't grown heavier or lighter. It simply is, falling as it has been falling since afternoon, as it might fall all through the night. You reach for the blanket draped over the arm of the couch and pull it across your lap. It's soft, maybe cotton or fleece, worn smooth for many evenings like this one. The weight of it is slight but comforting. You arrange it around yourself, tucking it loosely at your sides. The mug has cooled enough now. You lift it and take a small sip. The tea is hot but not scalding, and it tastes the way it smells, mild and herbal, with a hint of sweetness. You can feel the warmth traveling down your throat, settling gently in your chest. You take another sip, then rest the mug in your hands, letting the warmth seep into your fingers. The lamp continues its quiet glow. The shadows on the walls haven't moved. They're constant, steady, like the rain. You notice the small details of your living room, the grain of the wood on the side table, the way the blankets weave catches the lamplight, the small imperfections in the wall that you've seen 1,000 times before and never really looked at. Outside, the evening has deepened into something closer to night. The sky, what you can see of it through the window, has gone from grey to a darker shade, not quite black, but the deep blue-grey of a rainy twilight. The street lamp seems brighter now by contrast, its light more golden, more necessary. You settle deeper into the couch, the blanket warm around you, the tea warm in your hands. Your body feels heavy in a pleasant way, as if gravity has become a little stronger, a little more persuasive. Your eyelids are heavier too. The day feels far away now, like something that happened a long time ago, to someone else. The rain continues. It has become the most prominent sound in the world, the backdrop to everything, the rhythm beneath the quiet. And you're here, warm and still, letting the evening unfold around you in its own gentle time. You're wrapped in the blanket now, the tea warm in your hands, the couch soft beneath you. The rain hasn't stopped. It continues its gentle fall outside, steady and patient. The lamp in the corner casts its amber light across the room, and the evening has deepened into something close to night. The sky through the window is a dark blue-grey, and the street lamp outside glows more brightly now against the dimness. You take another sip of tea. It's cooler than it was, but still warm enough to be soothing. The taste is subtle, barely there, just a whisper of herbs and a faint sweetness that lingers on your tongue. You hold the mug near your face for a moment, feeling the steam brush against your skin, soft and damp. The weight of the day has settled somewhere far from you now. Your shoulders are loose, your jaw unclenched. You hadn't noticed the tension in your jaw until it wasn't there anymore. Your hands rest comfortably around the mug, your thumbs tracing small circles on the ceramic surface. Through the window, you can see that the rain has made small rivers along the edge of the street, water flowing gently toward the drain at the corner. The surface of the road shimmers with reflected light, orange from the street lamp, occasionally white or red from a passing car. But cars are rare now. The neighborhood has settled into its evening quiet. You think about the day you had, but the thoughts don't take hold. They drift past like clouds, present for a moment and then gone. There were meetings, or tasks, or conversations. The specifics don't matter now. What matters is that the day is over, and you're here, and the rain is falling, and everything is exactly as it should be. You finish the last of your tea and lean forward to place the empty mug on the side table. The motion is slow and deliberate. As you settle back into the cushions, you notice how the blanket has warmed from your body heat, how it holds that warmth around you like a gentle embrace. The rain shifts slightly in its rhythm, not heavier, not lighter, just different. Sometimes it sounds like fingers drumming softly on a table. Sometimes it sounds like rustling paper, or distant applause, or the white noise of a fan. It's all of these things and none of them. It's just rain, falling as rain does, indifferent and constant and somehow comforting in its indifference. You let your head rest against the back of the couch. From this angle, you can see the ceiling, the way the lamplight touches it and leaves the corners in shadow. There's a subtle texture to the ceiling that you rarely notice. Small ripples in the paint, the ghost of a brushstroke, the places where one coat met another. Your breathing has become so slow and steady that you barely notice it anymore. It happens on its own, a gentle rise and fall, like the rain itself. In and out, in and out. Your chest lifts and settles. The blanket moves with it, just slightly. Outside, the wind picks up for a moment, and the rain changes its angle, pattering more insistently against the window. You can hear it moving across the glass in waves. Then the wind settles, and the rain returns to its vertical fall, straight down from the heavy clouds above. You think about getting up to turn off the lamp, to move to your bedroom, to prepare for sleep in the usual way. But the thought is distant and small. There's no urgency to it. The couch is comfortable. The room is peaceful. The rain is a lullaby that asks nothing of you except to listen. Your eyelids close, then open, then close again. Each time they close, they seem to want to stay closed a little longer. The darkness behind them is soft and complete, with small spots of color that drift and fade, the afterimage of the lamp, perhaps, or just the ordinary light show that eyes produce in darkness. When your eyes are open, the room looks slightly softer than before, as if the lamplight has dimmed, though it hasn't. It's your vision that's changing, becoming gentler, less sharp. The edges of things blur slightly. The shadows seem deeper and more inviting. You shift your position just a little, adjusting the blanket, letting your body find the most comfortable arrangement. Your head tilts slightly to one side. Your hands rest on your stomach, rising and falling with your breath. Your feet, tucked beneath the blanket, are warm and still. The house makes a small sound, a creak or a settling, the ordinary noises of a structure at rest. The refrigerator in the kitchen hums quietly, then stops, leaving only the rain. In the silence after the humming stops, the rain sounds even clearer, even more present. You can hear individual drops now if you focus on them. The ones that hit the window directly, the ones that hit the roof above your head, the ones that must be falling on the front step or the driveway or the grass. Each drop is distinct, yet they all blend together into one continuous sound, like a piece of music with infinite notes. The street lamp outside flickers once, very briefly, then steadies again. The light it casts on the wet street wavers for just a moment. Then everything is still again, constant again, reliable again. You think of all the rain that has fallen in all the evenings of your life, all the times you've sat inside and listened to it, safe and warm and dry. There's something ancient and familiar about this experience, something that connects you to every other person who has ever taken shelter from the rain, who has ever felt grateful for walls and a roof and a warm place to rest. The rain is a curtain between you and the world outside. It separates you from the street, from the neighborhood, from the city beyond. But it's a gentle separation, not a harsh one. You're not cut off from the world. You're simply held apart from it for a little while, given permission to be still, to be quiet, to let everything else continue without you. Your breathing deepens almost imperceptibly. Each breath takes a little longer than the last. The pause between exhaling and inhaling grows, just by a second, just enough to notice if you were paying attention. But you're not paying attention anymore. You're simply being, simply resting, simply here. The blanket rises and falls with your breath. The lamp glows in its corner. The rain falls on the roof, on the windows, on the world outside. And you are warm, and you are still, and you are drifting in the space between waking and sleep, where thoughts become dreams and dreams become the quiet darkness of rest. You're settled deep into the couch now, the blanket cocooned around you, your body heavy and relaxed. The rain continues its endless rhythm outside, sometimes softer, sometimes a little stronger, but always there, always steady. The lamp in the corner still casts its warm glow, painting the room in shades of amber and shadow. Your eyes are closed more often than they're open now. Time moves differently in this space. Minutes might be passing, or many minutes, or hardly any at all. It doesn't matter. The clock on the wall ticks quietly, but you're not counting. You're not measuring. You're simply here, breathing slowly, listening to the rain. When you open your eyes briefly, the room looks dreamlike, familiar but somehow softer, as if you're seeing it through gauze or mist. The lamp seems to glow more gently. The shadows seem friendlier. Everything is exactly where it was, but everything feels more distant, as if the room exists on the other side of a clear, calm lake. You close your eyes again, and the darkness is welcoming. Behind your eyelids, there are no images, no scenes, just a soft, dark warmth. The kind of darkness that feels like safety, like rest, like the deep quiet of midnight in a peaceful house. The rain taps against the window in its patient way. Each drop that hits the glass makes a sound so small, so brief, that it barely registers as individual. But together, all those tiny taps create a blanket of sound, a cushion of white noise that wraps around you as surely as the blanket on your lap. Your hands have loosened their grip on the blanket. They rest now wherever they happen to fall. One on your stomach, one at your side, fingers slightly curled. Your hands are warm and still. You can feel the gentle pulse of blood moving through them, that faint throb in your fingertips that you only notice when everything else is quiet. The air in the room is still. It doesn't move, doesn't stir. It simply exists, holding its temperature, holding its gentle pressure around you. When you breathe in, the air fills your lungs completely, easily. When you breathe out, it leaves just as easily, like a wave retreating from shore. Outside, beyond the rain, beyond the window, the neighborhood continues its evening in the way neighborhoods do. Lights are on in windows. People are in their homes, doing whatever people do in the evening, reading, watching television, talking quietly, preparing for bed. But these things are far away from you. They exist in a different space, a different time. Here, in your living room, with the rain falling and the lamp glowing, there is only stillness. A car passes on the street, its engine a low hum, its tires making a soft rushing sound on the wet pavement. You hear it approach, pass by your house, and fade into the distance. The sound comes and goes like a breath, like a wave. And then there's only the rain again. Your jaw is completely relaxed now. Your mouth is slightly open, your tongue resting against the bottom of your mouth. Your teeth aren't touching. There's no tension anywhere in your face, not in your forehead, not around your eyes, not in your cheeks. Your face is smooth and still, like the surface of water on a windless day. The blanket has become part of you, or you've become part of it. You can't quite tell where your body ends and the soft fabric begins. The warmth is seamless, continuous. Your legs beneath the blanket are heavy, so heavy they seem to sink into the couch, into something deeper than the couch, into the floor, into the earth below. The rain falls on the roof directly above you. You can hear it up there, a layer of sound above all the other layers, above the rain on the windows, above the distant hum of the world. It's a gentle drumming, muffled by insulation and wooden space, but steady and real. Each drop adds its small voice to the chorus. You think, very briefly and very distantly, about tomorrow. There will be another day, another morning, another drive to work. But tomorrow is impossibly far away. It exists in some other lifetime, some other world. This moment, this warm, dark, rain-soaked moment, is all there is. Your shoulders have sunk down and back, settled into their most natural position. The muscles there, which hold so much during the day, holding your arms, holding your posture, holding everything up, have let go. They're not holding anything anymore. They're simply resting, simply being shoulders, bones, and muscle and warmth beneath skin. The rain changes its pitch slightly as the wind shifts. It sounds different now, perhaps hitting a different part of the roof, or coming from a slightly different angle. But it's still rain, still the same patient fall of water from clouds, still the same ancient weather that has fallen on houses and trees and streets for as long as there have been houses and trees and streets. In the kitchen, the faucet drips once, twice, then stops. The sound is so faint you almost don't hear it. But in the deep quiet of the evening, every small sound finds its way to your ears. The drip, the rain, the settling of the house, the breath moving in and out of your lungs. All of it weaves together into a tapestry of quiet sounds, none of them harsh, all of them gentle. Your eyelids flutter slightly but don't open. Beneath them, your eyes move in small, slow circles, not focusing on anything because there's nothing to focus on. Just the soft darkness, the peaceful absence of light, the rest that comes when eyes stop working and simply close. The lamp continues to glow, steady and faithful. It doesn't flicker, doesn't dim, doesn't change. It simply gives its light to the room, asking nothing in return. The bulb inside it is warm, glowing with that particular warmth that comes from electricity moving through a filament, creating light, creating a small sun in the corner of your living room. Your breath has become so quiet now that you might not even know you were breathing if you couldn't feel the gentle expansion and contraction of your chest. In, so slowly. Out, even slower. The pause between breaths grows longer, deeper, more complete. Outside, the rain falls on everything. On the roof of your house and the roofs of all the other houses. On the street and the sidewalks and the parked cars. On the trees with their countless leaves, each leaf receiving its own drops, its own small burden of water. On the grass, which drinks it in gratefully. On everything the rain can touch, it falls, patient and persistent and soft. And you are here, beneath that rain, protected by walls and a roof, wrapped in warmth and softness, drifting deeper into rest. Your body knows what to do now. It's releasing the day, releasing the effort, releasing everything except the simple act of being alive, of breathing, of resting in this moment of perfect, rainy peace. The rain continues to fall, steady and unchanging, a constant presence in the evening. You're deep in the couch now, your body completely relaxed, the blanket warm around you. The lamp still glows in its corner, casting its gentle amber light across the room. Your breathing is slow and even, barely audible beneath the sound of the rain. Your eyes remain closed, resting in the soft darkness behind your eyelids. Time has lost its edges. There's no sense of minutes passing, no awareness of the clock. There's only this moment, stretched out and expanded, filled with warmth and quiet and the endless rhythm of rain. Your body feels weightless and heavy at the same time, light enough to float, heavy enough to sink deep into rest. The rain on the window creates patterns as it slides down the glass. You can't see them with your eyes closed, but you know they're there, those wandering streams of water, merging and separating, catching the light from the street lamp outside. The glass must be completely covered now, transformed into a moving curtain of droplets, each one reflecting the world in miniature before sliding away. Your heartbeat is slow and steady in your chest. You can feel it if you pay attention, a gentle rhythm, patient and reliable, asking nothing of you. It beats whether you think about it or not, whether you're awake or asleep, a faithful drum that has been beating since before you can remember and will continue long into the night. The blanket has captured all your body's warmth now. It's like being held in a gentle embrace, wrapped in something soft and caring. Your feet, your legs, your torso, all warm, all comfortable, all at rest. The fabric touches your skin lightly, barely there, but present enough to remind you that you're safe, that you're sheltered, that you're home. Outside, the wind moves through the trees, rustling the rain-heavy leaves. The sound is like water itself, like a stream flowing over rocks, like the ocean heard from far away. The trees sway slightly, their branches dipping and rising, releasing small showers of collected rainwater that join the rain still falling from the sky. Your mind has grown quiet. Thoughts still come, but they're distant and slow, like clouds passing across a wide sky. They don't demand attention. They don't require anything. They simply drift through and disappear, leaving behind only the quiet awareness of this moment, this breath, this gentle descent into deeper rest. The house around you holds its own stillness. The walls stand firm, keeping out the rain, keeping in the warmth. The roof above shelters you from the weather. The floor beneath supports you without complaint. Your home is doing what homes do, providing a space of safety and comfort, a place to return to after the day is done. In the distance, so far away it might be imagined, you hear the faint rumble of thunder. It's not close, not threatening, just a low sound that rolls across the sky somewhere beyond the horizon. It fades as quickly as it came, leaving only the rain, steady as ever, patient as ever. Your breathing continues its slow rhythm. Each inhale brings air deep into your lungs, filling them completely, effortlessly. Each exhale releases that air just as completely, just as effortlessly. There's no work to it anymore, no thought. Your body breathes itself, the way it was designed to do, the way it will continue to do all through the night. The lamplight seems dimmer now, though it hasn't changed. It's your perception that's shifting, softening, as you drift further into the borderland between waking and sleep. The shadows in the room seem deeper, gentler, more inviting. They're not empty spaces, but rather full ones, full of rest and quiet and peace. Your hands lie completely still now, palms down, fingers relaxed and slightly curved. They feel far away, as if they belong to someone else, or as if they're floating at the ends of your arms, unconnected and free. There's no tension in them, no grip, no holding on. They've let go of everything. The rain drums its soft pattern on the roof, on the windows, on the world. It's been raining for hours now, and it sounds as if it could rain for hours more. There's something infinite about it, something that suggests it might never stop, that the world might always sound like this, wet and soft and hushed, wrapped in falling water and grey skies. Your neck has released all its tension. Your head rests against the couch in perfect balance, neither tilted too far forward nor too far back. It's found the exact right position, the place where gravity and support meet in harmony. Your skull feels heavy and your brain inside it feels quiet, as if all the thoughts and worries and plans have been packed away for the night. Outside, a dog barks once, somewhere several houses away. The sound is muffled by distance and rain, barely registering in the quiet evening. Then silence again, or not silence but the silence that contains rain, the kind of quiet that's full of soft sound, the peace that comes not from absence but from the presence of something gentle and continuous. Your spine curves naturally into the cushions of the couch. Each vertebra is aligned with the next, creating a gentle arc from your tailbone to your neck. There's no strain anywhere along that curve, no place where muscles are working to hold you up. The couch holds you instead, cradling you in its familiar embrace. The temperature in the room is perfect. Not too warm, not too cool. The blanket provides just enough weight and warmth. The air around your face is slightly cooler, fresh and clean, pleasant to breathe. Everything is balanced. Everything is exactly as it should be. Your eyelids have grown so heavy that the thought of opening them seems impossible, or unnecessary, or both. Behind them, the darkness is complete and comforting. There are no more patterns of light, no more drifting colors. Just the deep, restful dark that invites you further in, further down, into sleep. The rain continues. It has become less a sound and more a feeling, a texture to the evening, a quality of the air itself. It's everywhere and nowhere, constant and varied, the same drops falling in an infinite variety of ways. On metal, it sounds one way. On wood, another. On glass, another still. On leaves and grass and pavement, each surface receives the rain in its own voice, and all those voices blend together into the symphony of the rainy evening. Your chest rises and falls in its slow rhythm. The blanket moves with it, so gently that the movement is barely perceptible. In and out, in and out. Each breath a little deeper than the last. Each exhale a little longer, a little more complete. You're breathing the way people breathe when they're safe and warm and drifting towards sleep. Without effort, without awareness, simply allowing the body to do what it knows how to do. And the rain falls, and the lamp glows, and you rest here in this moment that feels both fleeting and eternal, both immediate and distant, caught in the gentle space where the day ends and the night deepens, where waking fades and sleep begins its quiet approach. The rain is still falling, its rhythm unchanged, its patience endless. You're resting deeply now on the couch, the blanket warm around you, your body completely relaxed. The lamp continues its quiet glow in the corner, painting the room in soft amber tones. Your breathing is slow and deep, each breath a gentle wave. Your eyes remain closed, resting in the darkness that feels like velvet, like safety, like home. The evening has fully settled into night now. Through your closed eyelids, you're not aware of it, but the darkness outside has deepened. The sky, still heavy with rain clouds, has gone from grey to black. The street lamp outside your window casts its circle of light on the wet pavement, a small island of brightness in the dark. Your body has found a state of perfect stillness. You're not holding any position, not maintaining any posture. You've simply settled into the shape that gravity and comfort have created, the natural arrangement of limbs and torso and head that asks nothing of your muscles, that requires no effort at all. You're being held by the couch, by the blanket, by the earth itself. The sound of the rain has become part of you, or you've become part of it. It's no longer something you're listening to, but rather something you're experiencing from the inside, as if the rain is falling not just on your house, but through your awareness, through your thoughts, through the very fabric of this moment. It's everywhere, soft and complete. Your jaw remains slack, your mouth slightly parted. Your tongue rests against the floor of your mouth, soft and still. There's a warmth in your mouth, the gentle warmth of breath moving slowly in and out. Your lips are relaxed, neither pressed together nor pulled apart, just resting in their natural state. The blanket has become warmer from your body heat. It's like being wrapped in sunlight, in summer air, in something kind and gentle that wants nothing more than to keep you comfortable. The weight of it presses down just enough to feel like security, like being tucked in, like being cared for. Outside, the rain falls on the driveway where your car is parked. It falls on the hood and the windshield and the roof, drumming softly on the metal, sliding down the curved surfaces. It pools in the small depression where the driveway meets the street, creating a mirror of dark water that ripples with each new drop. Your heartbeat continues its steady rhythm, slow and strong. Each beat sends blood through your body, through your arms, your legs, your fingers and toes. You can feel it sometimes, that gentle pulse, that proof of life moving through you. But even that fades into the background, becomes part of the overall sense of being, of existing, of resting here in this warm, dark, rainy peace. The house makes another small sound, a creak in the walls or the floor, the normal settling that happens when temperatures change, when day becomes night, when a structure adjusts itself to the weather. It's a friendly sound, A reminder that the house is alive in its own way, breathing and shifting and being exactly what it's meant to be. Your thoughts have become almost nothing now. There's no narrative in your mind, no story you're telling yourself, no worries about yesterday or tomorrow. There's just a dim awareness, barely more than darkness itself, of being here, of being warm, of being safe. Your mind rests the way your body rests, completely and without reservation. The rain on the roof creates layers of sound. Some drops hit harder, some softer, some fall in clusters, some arrive alone. The roof receives all of them with the same patience, the same acceptance. Water pools in the gutters, flowing slowly toward the downspouts, eventually finding its way to the ground where it soaks into the earth or runs toward the street. Your shoulders have sunk so deeply into the couch that they feel like they're part of it, like the boundary between your body and the cushions has dissolved. There's no tension anywhere, not in the muscles that usually hold your shoulders in place, not in the tendons that connect bone to bone. Everything has let go, everything has softened. In the kitchen, the refrigerator begins to hum again, a low, steady sound that barely rises above the rain. It hums for a while, doing its work, keeping things cool in its dark interior. Then it stops again, and there's only the rain, only the endless patient fall of water from the sky. Your breathing has slowed even more, if that's possible. The pause between exhale and inhale stretches longer. Your lungs empty completely, rest in that emptiness for a moment, then fill again without any sense of urgency. There's time for everything. There's no rush. The night is long and quiet and yours. The lamp's glow touches the walls, the ceiling, the surfaces of your living room. It illuminates without demanding, lights without harshness. The light itself seems soft, as if it's been filtered through something gentle, something that removes all its sharp edges. It's the kind of light that makes you want to close your eyes and rest, and your eyes are already closed, and you are already resting. Your feet, beneath the blanket, are perfectly still. Your toes are relaxed, curled slightly in their natural position. The soles of your feet rest against the couch, warm and supported. There's no tension in your ankles, no holding in your calves. Your legs are simply there, part of the larger stillness, part of the rest. Outside, the rain finds every surface. It falls on mailboxes and fence posts and garden stones. It falls on the leaves of bushes and the petals of flowers that have closed for the night. It falls on sidewalks and driveways and rooftops, on everything the darkness contains. And it all sounds the same, soft and endless and patient. Your forehead is smooth, no lines of worry or concentration. Your eyebrows rest in their natural position, neither raised nor furrowed. Your eyelids cover your eyes completely, creating a seal of darkness that nothing penetrates. Behind them, your eyes have stopped moving, have settled into stillness, seeing nothing, asking for nothing. The air in the room is still and calm. It doesn't circulate or move. It simply exists, holding its temperature, holding its moisture, holding the faint scent of tea from earlier, the subtle smell of rain that has somehow made its way inside despite the closed windows and doors. Your mind drifts in a space that has no name, that exists between thoughts and dreams, between consciousness and sleep. It's not awake but not yet deeply asleep, just floating, just being carried along by the warmth and the dark and the endless sound of rain. There's nothing to solve, nothing to figure out, nothing to remember or plan. Just this drifting, this gentle letting go. The blanket rises with your inhale, so slightly, so gently. It falls with your exhale. This small movement continues, the only movement in a body that has otherwise become still as stone, still as water, still as the night itself. And the rain continues to fall, to drum its soft rhythm on every surface, to fill the evening with its ancient sound. And you rest beneath it, warm and safe and deeply peaceful, drifting in that quiet space where the world fades away and only rest remains. The night has settled completely now, deep and dark beyond your windows. The rain continues its patient fall, unchanged and unchanging. You're resting on the couch, wrapped in the blanket's warmth, your body heavy with relaxation. The lamp still glows softly in the corner. Your breathing is slow and even, barely more than a whisper. Your eyes remain closed, your mind drifting in the gentle darkness. The world outside has grown quieter. Fewer cars pass on the street now. The neighborhood has tucked itself in for the night. Lights in other houses have dimmed or gone dark. But the rain continues, indifferent to time, indifferent to sleep, simply falling as it has been falling for hours, as it might fall until morning. Your body has surrendered completely to rest. There's no part of you that's holding on, no muscle that's working, no joint that's braced. You've melted into the couch, into the blanket, into the warmth and softness. Gravity pulls you down, but it feels more like an embrace than a force, more like being held than being pulled. The sound of the rain has layers you hadn't noticed before. Beneath the obvious patter on the roof and windows, there's a deeper sound, the rain falling on the ground itself, on grass and soil, being absorbed into the earth. It's a softer sound, almost felt rather than heard, a low presence beneath all the higher tones. Your hands lie motionless at your sides. The lines in your palms, the creases in your knuckles, the whirls of your fingerprints, all these small details exist in perfect stillness. Your hands have done so much today, held so many things, moved through so many tasks. Now they rest, asking nothing, doing nothing, simply being hands at peace. The blanket's fabric touches your neck, your arms, your legs. Each point of contact is a small anchor to the physical world, a gentle reminder that you exist in space, that you have form and substance. But these sensations are distant, muffled, like touches felt through water or through dreams. Outside, a gust of wind moves through the neighborhood, stronger than before. It pushes the rain sideways for a moment, sends it pattering more insistently against the window. You can hear the wind itself, a low rush through the trees, around the corners of houses, across the open street. Then it settles, and the rain returns to its vertical fall, straight and patient and soft. Your breathing continues without thought, without awareness. Your lungs fill and empty in their ancient rhythm, older than memory, older than consciousness. Each breath brings oxygen to every cell in your body, sustaining life while you rest, while you drift, while you let go of everything except this moment of peace. The lamp's filament glows inside its glass bulb, electrons moving through resistance, creating light and warmth. It's been glowing for hours now, faithful and steady, asking nothing, giving its light freely to the room. The shadows it casts haven't moved. They're constant companions to the light, dark where the light cannot reach, defining the edges of things. Your spine curves along the back of the couch, each vertebra resting against the cushion, the whole length of your back supported and held. There's no strain in your lower back, no tension in your upper back, no tightness between your shoulder blades. Your back has given up the work of holding you upright, has accepted the support the couch provides. In the silence between raindrops, those tiny gaps that exist but are too small to notice, there's nothing. Not absence, but a kind of fullness, the fullness of complete quiet, the space that sound needs in order to be sound. The rain fills those spaces almost immediately, but they exist nonetheless, tiny pockets of absolute silence. Your face has no expression now. It's not happy or sad, not worried or content. It's simply a face at rest, muscles relaxed, skin soft, all the tiny movements that usually animate a face gone still. Your face knows it doesn't need to communicate anything right now, doesn't need to show anything to anyone. It can simply be, simply rest. The temperature of your body is even throughout, regulated without any conscious effort. Your blood flows everywhere, distributing warmth, carrying oxygen, removing what needs to be removed, bringing what needs to be brought. Your body maintains itself while you drift in the darkness, taking care of everything that needs caring for. Outside, The rain falls on the street sign at the corner, on the stop sign down the block, on the fire hydrant and the utility poles. It falls on everything metal and everything wood, everything stone and everything living. The city receives this rain, absorbs it, channels it through its drains and gutters, returns it eventually to the rivers and the sea. Your thoughts are like wisps of smoke now, barely formed before they dissipate. A fragment of a memory surfaces and fades. A shadow of a feeling passes through and is gone. Nothing takes hold. Nothing demands attention. Your mind rests in a space of almost nothing, of gentle emptiness, of peace. The blanket has captured all your warmth and holds it close to your skin. The air inside this cocoon is perfectly warm, perfectly still. You exist in this small climate of comfort, this microworld of precisely the right temperature, the right softness, the right weight. Your heartbeat is so slow now, so steady. The pause between beats is long, restful. Each beat is strong but gentle, pushing blood through your body with exactly the right amount of force. Not too much, not too little. Your heart knows its work, has been doing it since before you were born, will continue through the night without any need for your awareness or intention. The rain on the window streams downward in countless small rivers. Some are thick with collected water, others are thin as threads. They intersect and part and intersect again, creating patterns that exist for moments before dissolving into new patterns. The glass is covered in this moving tapestry of water and light. Your body feels as if it's sinking, not through the couch but into a deeper kind of rest, a more profound letting go. You're not falling. There's no sensation of movement. You're simply descending gradually into a state of complete peace, where the body and mind release everything they've been holding, where rest becomes total and absolute. The room around you holds its own stillness. The walls stand silent, the ceiling arches above, the floor supports everything without complaint. The space is familiar and safe, known to you in a way that doesn't require seeing or thinking. Your body knows this room, knows its home, knows it can rest here without vigilance or worry. Outside, the rain continues to fall from clouds you cannot see, landing on a world you cannot see, joining water that has been falling since the beginning of time, that will fall until the end. And you are part of this moment, part of this rain-soaked night, part of this peaceful dissolving into rest and warmth and the deep, gentle darkness of approaching sleep. The night deepens around you, quiet and dark. The rain falls in its endless rhythm, soft against the windows, gentle on the roof. You're resting deeply on the couch, the blanket warm and close around you, your body still and heavy with complete relaxation. The lamp continues its faithful glow. Your breathing is barely audible, slow and deep. Your eyes remain closed, your mind floating in that peaceful space between waking and dreams. The world has grown very quiet. Even the occasional car has stopped passing now. The neighborhood sleeps, or prepares for sleep, behind closed doors and drawn curtains. Only the rain remains constant, the one sound that fills the night, that defines the darkness, that wraps around everything like a soft blanket of sound. Your body has reached a state of profound rest. Every muscle, every fiber, every cell has released its tension. You're not holding yourself in any particular position. You've simply settled into the shape that comfort creates, the form that gravity and softness have sculpted. There's no effort anywhere, no work being done, no energy being spent except what's needed to breathe, to exist, to be. The rain falls on the roof above you in its patient way. Each drop that lands makes its small contribution to the sound, its tiny voice in the chorus. Together, all those individual drops create something larger than themselves, a blanket of white noise, a cushion of sound that fills the air and soothes the mind. Your fingers lie curved and still, neither clenched nor spread. They're simply fingers at rest, warm and peaceful. The bones inside them, the tendons that connect them, the skin that covers them, all exist in perfect stillness. Your fingernails, your knuckles, the small lines that cross your palms, Every detail is motionless, at peace. The blanket's warmth has become inseparable from your own warmth. You can't tell where your body heat ends and the blanket's captured heat begins. It's all one temperature, one seamless warmth that surrounds you completely, that holds you gently, that asks nothing but to keep you comfortable through the night. Outside, the rain has soaked into everything. The soil in the yards has absorbed all it can, and now the water pools on the surface, creating small puddles that reflect the darkness. The grass is saturated, heavy with moisture. The tree's bark is dark and wet, their leaves weighted down with collected drops that fall occasionally with soft splashes. Your breathing continues in its slow meditation, in through your nose or mouth, filling your lungs completely, expanding your chest and belly. A pause, a moment of fullness. Then out, releasing everything, emptying completely. Another pause, a moment of emptiness. Then the cycle begins again, natural and effortless as waves on a shore. The lamp's light seems even softer now, even more gentle. It illuminates without disturbing, lights without waking. The room it reveals is peaceful and still. Your home at rest, your space in its nighttime configuration. Everything is in its place, everything is calm, everything waits patiently for morning while the rain falls and the night deepens. Your jaw has released completely. Your teeth are separated, no longer touching. Your tongue rests soft and heavy in your mouth. The muscles of your face have let go of every expression, every small tension. Your face is smooth as water, still as stone, peaceful as the night itself. The sound of the rain has become part of the silence rather than a disruption of it. It fills the quiet spaces without breaking the peace. It's present but not intrusive, constant but not demanding. Your ears receive the sound without processing it, without analyzing it, without thinking about it at all. It's simply there, like the air, like the darkness, like the warmth. Your shoulders have sunk so deeply into the couch that they feel rooted there, as if they've always been there, as if they'll always be there. There's no separation between your shoulders and the cushions, no boundary where one ends and the other begins. You've merged with the couch, become part of its softness, part of its support. Outside, a cat might be walking through the rain, moving under bushes and porches, finding dry spaces in the wet night. Or perhaps all the cats are inside now, curled in their own warm places, listening to the same rain you're listening to. The world outside contains these small lives, these quiet presences, all taking shelter from the rain, all resting in their own ways. Your heartbeat continues its slow, steady work. Each beat is a small miracle you don't think about, a perfect orchestration of muscle and electricity, of timing and force. Your heart rests between beats, filling with blood, preparing for the next contraction. It knows what to do without your help, without your awareness, beating through the night while you sleep. The rain on the window creates a sound slightly different from the rain on the roof. It's sharper, more immediate, the tapping of water on glass rather than the softer impact on shingles. But it's all part of the same rain, the same weather system, the same clouds emptying themselves on this corner of the world. Your legs are heavy and still beneath the blanket. Your thighs rest against the couch. Your calves are relaxed. Your ankles have released all their small tensions. Your legs have carried you all day, supported your weight, moved you from place to place. Now they rest, grateful for the stillness, for the absence of work, for the simple peace of not moving. The air in the room hasn't changed. It's been the same temperature, the same humidity, the same stillness for hours now. It surrounds you like invisible water, present but unnoticed, necessary but taken for granted. You breathe it in and out, sustaining yourself without thought, without effort. Your mind has descended into a deeper layer of rest. There's barely anything you could call thought anymore, just a dim awareness, a faint sense of being, a subtle knowledge that you exist and that you're comfortable and that the rain is falling. Everything else has faded into the darkness, dissolved into the peace. The blanket's fabric presses gently against your skin in 1,000 different places. Each point of contact is soft and warm. The weight of the blanket is distributed across your body, creating a gentle pressure that feels like security, like being tucked in by someone who cares, like being held without being constrained. Outside, the street lamp continues to glow, casting its circle of light on the wet pavement. Raindrops fall through that light constantly, each one visible for a fraction of a second as it passes through the illuminated space, then disappearing into the darkness below. The light makes the rain visible, gives form to what would otherwise be invisible in the night. Your body has found a state it recognizes, a state it remembers from countless other nights, countless other moments of deep rest. This is what your body was made for, in part, not just for moving and doing and working, but for this, for resting completely, for letting go absolutely, for trusting that everything will be taken care of while you sleep. And the rain falls, and the lamp glows, and you rest in this perfect moment of peace, this intersection of warmth and quiet and darkness, this gentle space where the world fades away and there's nothing left but the soft sound of rain and the deep, profound stillness of rest. The rain continues. It falls on the roof. It falls on the windows. You're resting on the couch, wrapped in the blanket. The lamp glows in its corner. Your eyes are closed. Your breathing is slow. The night is deep now. Very deep. The rain falls steadily. The same rain. The same gentle rhythm. You're warm beneath the blanket. Your body is still. Your hands rest at your sides. Your feet are warm. Your shoulders have sunk into the cushions. The blanket holds the warmth close to your skin. The air is still and calm. The rain taps against the window. Soft taps. Hundreds of them. Thousands of them. The glass receives each drop. The rain slides down in small rivers. The glass is covered in water. Your breathing continues. In and out. Slow and even. Your chest rises and falls. The blanket moves with it. Just slightly. Almost not at all. The lamp glows. It hasn't changed. The same soft amber light. The same gentle shadows. The room is peaceful. Everything is still. Outside, the rain falls on everything. On the street. On the sidewalk. On the parked cars. On the grass. On the trees. Everything receives the rain in the same patient way. Your body is heavy. So heavy. Your legs are heavy. Your arms are heavy. Your head is heavy against the couch. Everything feels weighted down. Weighted by warmth. Weighted by rest. The sound of the rain fills the room. It fills the night. It's the only sound that matters now. The only sound that exists. Soft and constant. Patient and endless. Your mind drifts. There are no clear thoughts. Just a gentle floating. A soft darkness. A peaceful emptiness. Nothing to think about. Nothing to remember. Nothing to plan. The blanket is warm. So warm. The warmth surrounds you. It holds you. It keeps you safe. You're wrapped in this warmth. Cocooned in it. The rain falls. It keeps falling. It will keep falling. There's no sense that it will stop. It could rain all night. It could rain forever. The rhythm never changes. Never varies. Your eyes remain closed. Behind your eyelids, there's only darkness. Soft darkness. Complete darkness. The kind of darkness that feels safe. That feels right. That invites deeper rest. Your heartbeat is slow. Each beat comes in its own time. There's no rush. No urgency. Just the steady rhythm. Beat. Pause. Beat. Pause. On and on. The couch holds you. It's held you all evening. It will hold you all night. The cushions know your shape. They've molded to your body. You've melted into them. Outside, the world is wet. Everything is soaked. The rain has touched everything. The earth has absorbed all it can. The grass is heavy with water. The trees drip even when the rain is falling straight down. Your breathing is barely audible. A whisper of air moving in. A whisper of air moving out. Your lungs do this work without thought, without awareness. They've been breathing since you were born. They'll breathe through the night. The lamp glows in its corner, faithful and steady. It lights the room without demanding anything, without asking for attention. It simply glows, simply exists, simply is. Your face is smooth. No tension anywhere. Your forehead is relaxed. Your cheeks are soft. Your mouth is slightly open. Your jaw hangs loose. Everything has let go. The rain on the roof is gentle. A soft drumming. Not loud. Not insistent. Just present. Always present. The roof receives this rain. Protects you from it. Keeps you dry and warm. Your body knows it's time to rest. Deep rest. Complete rest. It's releasing everything now. All the tension of the day. All the holding. All the doing. Everything is being released. The blanket's weight is slight but comforting. It presses down just enough. Just enough to feel like safety. Like being held. Like being cared for in the simplest way. Outside, the night is complete. Full darkness. The kind of darkness that only comes when the sun is long gone. When the evening has deepened into night. When night has deepened into the small hours. Your thoughts are wisps. Barely formed. They come and go like breaths. Like the rain. Appearing and disappearing. Nothing stays. Nothing holds. The rain falls. The lamp glows. You rest. These three things continue. Nothing changes. Nothing needs to change. This moment is enough. This peace is enough. Your hands are warm. Your feet are warm. Your whole body is warm beneath the blanket. The warmth is everywhere. Seamless. Complete. Perfect. The sound of the rain becomes everything. It's not just sound anymore. It's the texture of the night. The quality of the air. The feeling of time passing. Or time standing still. Your spine curves along the couch. Each vertebra rests. Your whole back is supported. Held. There's no strain anywhere. No work being done. Just rest. Just stillness. The rain continues its patient work. Falling. Always falling. On this house. On this street. On this corner of the world. The clouds empty themselves drop by drop. The earth receives what falls. Your breathing continues. In. Out. In. Out. The pauses between breaths grow longer. Deeper. More complete. The breath comes when it comes. Leaves when it leaves. The room is peaceful. So peaceful. Nothing moves except the small rise and fall of your breathing. Everything else is still. The lamp. The walls. The shadows. All still. Outside, the rain falls on the window. Each drop traces its path down the glass. They merge with other drops. Separate. Merge again. An endless dance of water and glass and gravity. Your body sinks deeper. Not into the couch but into rest itself. Into a state of complete letting go. Of total surrender. To warmth. To comfort. To peace. The blanket rises. The blanket falls. With your breath. So gently. So slowly. This small movement. This tiny indication that you're here. That you're breathing. That you're alive and resting. The rain falls. The lamp glows. Your breath moves in and out. The night deepens. Time passes or doesn't pass. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters except this moment. This warmth. This peace. Your mind floats in darkness. Soft darkness. Gentle darkness. There's nothing to see. Nothing to know. Just the peaceful space of rest. Of sleep approaching. Of letting go completely. The rain continues. It will continue. Through the night. Through your sleep. Through your dreams. It will be there in the morning when you wake. Or it will be gone. It doesn't matter. Right now it falls. And you rest beneath it. Warm. Still. Peaceful. Breathing slowly. Eyes closed. Mind quiet. Body heavy. Heart beating. Rain falling. Lamp glowing. Night deepening. Rest complete.